Hiya guys, RingoD123 here today playing Towns. This is the latest version, version 0.45a. We're just going to start a normal map. Now, if you haven't heard of Towns before, it's available at townsgame.com and it's also available on Desura. Around about £10 you'll pay for that. Or maybe it's about $14–15 or something, I think. And it's made by a company called SMT. But here we go. We've just spawned in the world. We have 11 villagers to take control of to start with. As our town gets bigger and better, hopefully we'll be able to attract more people in to help do our bidding. But we're just going to have a quick look at the round first. Quick look at the map first. Just pause the game using the space button, and then just move the mouse cursor to the sides of the screens, and you can pan around your map. Now in the top right there, you can see a little mini map. Oh, that's good. Look, there's quite a few fruit trees here. It's always good if you can start off somewhere where there's a good few fruit trees. Keep your food stocks up early on. It's always good. Have a look north of the river now. We can't get there just yet. I don't think there's any way across, but we'll have a look. See if there's anything interesting kicking around. There's another massive section of fruit trees actually. That's great. There's a big section of froggies in the middle, so that's the enemies, by the way, the froggies. So I think if we bring our dudes over a bit to the left here, let's try and get our town started in the middle of all these fruit trees. Always good to have your resources nearby if you can. And with fruit trees, once you've harvested them, it'll take a few days or however long, and then the fruit should reappear, so you can reharvest them as long as you don't chop them down. But anyways, first things first, select these trees here and get the villagers to come in and chop them all down. That should give us a nice little wood supply to start off with. But like Minecraft, you want a lot of wood and a lot of stone to start off with. That's what you're going to be making most of your items from. Now we'll unpause the world. See all the birds flying around and stuff. Then, in just a moment or two, you should see the NPCs come into sight. Now, I've just clicked on the stone there. I'm told them to dig a hole on that stone. You should see someone run over there in a second. There we are. Little Miss Green Dress there. Dug a hole. Super duper. Getting these trees cut down. As you can see, the wood's on the floor there. Kill a couple of these animals, a pig, a rooster. We'll get rid of these bushes as well. There it is, cut pine bush. And that should give us a nice clear area in the middle here to start working with. Super duper. Kill that boar as well. Is that it? I think that'll do, yeah. We'll pause it again, and I want to put a zone down. Now these are how you build your areas, you know, like kitchens, bakeries, workshops. The first one I'm building, you can see it goes white when it's 3 by 3, but you can have it any size bigger than that if you want, but obviously you don't want it too big, there's no point. First zone, carpentry zone. Now if I click on this items button, the first thing I need to make is a carpenter's bench, and all I need for that is wood. I don't really need 3 to start off with, but we will do later, so we might as well put them all down now. The next thing I want to make is one of those detailer benches, but we need some stone first. So for that, we need to build these carpenter's benches, and then once we've got the carpenter's benches, we can make some ladders to put on the hole, and to then go underground and do some mining. But in the meantime, we need to create some stockpiles. The stockpiles are just differently coloured bits of grass where people know to dump certain items. So this one is raw materials. And the first thing I want to do is disable everything so they can't put nothing on there. And then go back into materials. And all I'm going to do is I'm only going to enable stone and wood. So there's wood enabled. Go back in, go to materials, and enable stone. So the only things my villagers are going to be able to put on this whole area is wood or stone, which is what I want. On don't want them running around picking up stuff that I don't need. Oh, missed that bush there, we'll get that cut. That was prepared food, and we'll do another one for raw food. There we are, looking good. Now they don't look very nice, the stockpiles. I've never really liked the looks of them. But they are, to be honest, it's a good thing that they look crap. Because it makes you use it as basically just a holding pattern until you can afford to be able to make some storage crates and stuff like that. Which instead of one item per square, you know, you have one storage crate or whatever per square, and then that storage crate can fit in X amount of stuff, which is much, much better. But in the meantime, we're going to annoy the RSPCA and murder lots of animals. Some badgers and some cows and what have you. There you are, look, some dudes put the ladders on the hole there. Now just tell them to mine out this little area. For some reason villagers love mining, so you can see them all running down the ladders there. If we go down the level, you would be able to see them cutting out the rock and everything. We'll see that soon enough. But in the meantime, we've now got stone, and we have the carpenter's benches, so we can make these wood detailer benches, which basically allows you to make more complicated wooden objects. Right, we'll just click on harvest, and we're going to choose a big massive area. So all these villagers will now run over to all of these fruit trees and start harvesting the fruit. They should also go to those little patches of wheat that you can see on the floor. There you are, you can see a couple of them there, harvesting the wheat. Now when they've got a lot to do, they tend, for some reason, to just drop whatever they've harvested, run off, harvest something else, drop that, rinse and repeat. Whereas when they haven't got too much to do, they'll harvest something, then they'll actually pick up the item that was harvested and then go and drop it in one of those stockpiles. But, you know, once the workload dies off a little bit, they will come back for those items and then start stockpiling, so it's not too much of a biggie at the minute. Everybody's hard at work. We've got carpentry room finished now. So now we're going to put down the masonry. And the first thing I need in my masonry is mason benches. Ah, right, yep. I need stone and stone hammers. So I need to go to this order list. That's the button in the middle at the top there. It's like an order button. And these right hand side numbers are to tell them how many you always want in stock. And the left hand numbers are for just basically a normal order. So you can put in an order for 10 on the left. And then they would go about making 10, or you could put 10 on the right, and then they would always try to make sure they have 10 hammers in stock. So I've put that up to 2 for now. You don't need many more than that. Simply means that 2 people can do some detailing at the same time. Some masonry at the same time. So you can see we've cleared out all the stone from the little bit of mine that we've made so far. So we're just gonna we don't want any dirt, so we're just gonna get them to dig out some more stone there. Need more stone to make these mason benches. I might be going quite fast for some of you here. I will possibly slow down in future episodes. It's just, for me, it's one of those type of games where once I start playing, at the very start, I'm quite hectic because I like to try and get as many things set up as soon as possible. But there we go, like you can see, we've got our mason benches down there now, looking good. All with fruit is starting to get stockpiled there, as well as with raw food all getting stockpiled. Next thing we want to make is a bakery. And inside the bakery we want baker's tables. Again, 3. You can probably get away with 1 or 2, but because we can't make more at the minute without it having bad effects, I do like 2. And we've got 3 ovens in there as well. So everybody's stockpiling stone and wood and food. A few people making some items. There you are, look. Get some more of this stone out. Still got quite a bit in supply, but you know, it's quite a cheap task to get them to dig some more, so we'll get that done now. Lovely. We've got our baker's tables and our baker's ovens. Now I think it's probably going to be best to till some land, because we've got all this fruit and a bit of meat and a couple of little bits of wheat. But to survive long term, we are going to need to plant and harvest some wheat, as well as other things, obviously. But for now, the main thing we need that we can plant is the wheat. Get rid of that. Now, in previous versions, you had to have wheat fields had to be 3x3 squares, and they were in the buildings, and you had to like put it down as a building, if you like. But now, it's a lot more realistic, and it's done on a square by square basis. So you don't have to have a full 3x3 wheat field if you don't want. You can just have a couple of random squares with wheat on them. But I would suggest, if you do want to survive for quite a while, to make sure you do have a nice big selection of wheat to grow. As you can see, they're all there tilling the land now, getting ready for it to be planted on. Got a few ladies sleeping amongst the fruit. Now you do need to build your villagers rooms and stuff for them to stay in, and once you start building more rooms for villagers that you don't have yet, that will entice those villagers to then join your town. But that's way on in the future at the moment. Like I say, at the minute we just want to get ourselves to be self-sustainable. There's all these different plants here you can now plant. Have tree farms, so when you chop some trees down you can plant some more to get them to grow back, so you never have to travel too far for wood. But here we go. We've clicked on wheat and we're laying down some strips of wheat here. You can see them running over to the stockpile, picking up the wheat and then planting it. We want all this tilled land eventually to become wheat. Oh, that's canny. Look, they've got, what, 8, 9, 12 down already. There's loads more to come. Great. Obviously having wheat fields is all well and good, but we need to turn that wheat into something. So, to process our wheat, we are going to need some mills. Put them around here somewhere. One there, we'll have to defer that out just in case. That's better. Put it there. And again, I think for how many fields we've got, we only really need 2, maybe 3. But because we're at an early stage, we might as well get the background work done for more villagers. So we'll throw 4 down. It'll be overkill for now, but that'll put it in very good stead for the future. See, everybody's busy collecting stone, making mills, planting food. Let's get them to dig out some more stone, because it looks like we're running low down in the mine, although I think the stockpile's still quite large. A bit more stone to get. Lovely. I think that'll do it for stone for now. Might be time to get a few more trees though, because we're looking shy on wood. We don't want to cut down the fruit trees, so we'll carefully select trees around them. I think we're going to need another stockpile for raw materials now. That one's full of stone and a little bit of wood. But I want a bit extra space because they're cutting down some more trees, so we're going to have some more wood to bring across. Now, obviously you don't have to put stockpiles down. You can just let them drop everything where they get it, and then when they need it, they'll run over to it and grab it. But obviously, as you can guess, that's not going to make it very streamlined. Whereas if you have everything together in a stockpile, it's less for them to walk and everything's in one area. You get the idea. Knock that hammer up to 3. I'm going to have 3 people making stuff at any one time. Kitchen table is what I want next, but obviously for that I need to make a kitchen. I'm trying to place it in the bakery, but it's not working. No, definitely can't put them in the bakery. As you can see, only the baker's table and the ovens go into bakeries. If I want the butcher's tables and the kitchen tables, I'm going to need to build a kitchen. Cut that bush down. And the redhead there is cut it down nice and quickly in a timely fashion. That's what I like to see. And then we'll put a 4x4 kitchen area down.